It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. All right, look, we got a video about old Meezy. Cenat's Mafiathon 3 isn't living up to expectations, and we're gonna find out what expectations he isn't living up to. Let's get right into it.
I ain't gonna lie, the Mafiathon thing that Kai doing right now, that's boring as and y'all be saying DDG boring. DDG is not boring. Kai is boring.
Also, bro, if y'all hear some shit in the background outside, bro, this nigga been mowing the lawn and been doing all this shit for a good like 5 hours. I'm like, nigga, goddamn. So if y'all hear some shit, it ain't on me, bro.
Mafiathon 3 is not giving what I needed to give. Like, I don't want to watch Kai be a celebrity. I want to watch Kai be Kai.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the reason
But Kai is a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So it's kind of like him being a celebrity is him. Like, you know, I mean, I guess he's kind of like, oh, like his personality and shit like that. But, you know, I mean, keep him.
or Kai's Cenat little stream is not going off how it should is because streaming is becoming oversaturated and it's like it's not entertaining no more. That's why I don't watch no streamers, because it's like, why would I sit there on my phone or TV or whatever watching a regular human being for 24 hours?
For the most part, you can tell who's the genuine guest, like Marlon, Ray J, etc. But for the rest of them, no. They all up there trying to promote what they got going on, bro.
Oh, yeah.
God, get the guests out of here. They're trying to promote.
Cenat is looking to do the...
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but that's kind of what it's all been. Shit, even Marlon Wayne's, like, even them niggas, they probably still promoting something, but it's like, I guess it's just the tack in which they do it. Like, it's kind of like, depending on how they do it, is going to determine how the audience perceives them. You know what I mean? So I get what he's saying, though. He's saying, like, shit, only have the people on there that's really authentic. But I guess you don't really know who's going to look like a genuine guest until they are a guest, unless it's explicitly said, like, oh, this is a business sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Impossible in this year's version of Mafiathon, his take on what a subathon is. And on the way, people have been very critical about the stuff that's being placed onto screen for them to view. Now, there's a growing sentiment that the streaming bubble is going to burst. We've covered it on this channel before. And that does mean that Cenat may be susceptible to some of the same things that we claimed other streamers are going through in 2025. There's conversations about lack of energy from the Clover Boys, that the celebrities are on the stream and they aren't doing a darn thing, that begging for subs is not necessarily the route to go, and that overall there's just a general fatigue of these big overproduced streams.
I've seen no good
Begging for subs. I mean, shit, didn't he say that his goal was to get like 1 million subs in a month? So I mean, at some point a nigga gonna have to start begging. I mean, that's kind of what it is. At some point a nigga gonna have to start being like, hey y'all, you know, it's that time. It's time to start, you know, it's time to start donating. At a certain point it's gonna get to that. So I'm not even surprised, to be honest.
clips of the Mafiathon. And it's actually, like, I've seen maybe, like, the Jonas Brothers, cool, Marlon Wayne, cool, but, like, other clips, it's just straight chaos, straight yelling at each other, straight crashing out, Kai being upset about the outcome of everything. Like, I just keep seeing little clips of, like, crash outs, them just yelling at each other for no reason, Kai being upset, aggravated, and his energy is just not the same as the other Mafiathons. Like, his energy is just getting, like, wrap this up right now.
Let's take a look at some of the people's complaints and see if we can find out if Mafiathon 3 is a failure and if this is an indication as to what is going on in the WL black side of streaming going forward into the future. I think one of the main problems that people are having in this conversation is that they were so ramped up off of the high of Kai's past streams, and they're using that as a comparison tool for what's to come into the future. I'm a numbers man, and when I pull up the charts, it seems as though Kai is either on pace or even outpacing his past streams over the last few years.
Yeah, shit, what? It says his average is up. Shit. He's averaging an extra 10K. Shit, peak viewers went up also. So I mean, shit.
Years, like comparing it to Mafiathon 2. So if the numbers are there, it has to be something greater. Maybe it's a quality problem. Maybe that's what people are saying.
Now, I don't be in your streams 24/7. Nowhere do I really even be in them bitches. I just be seeing clips, but everybody saying your shit look the same is because of the clips. Kai's not mad at Reggie. Rakai did something crazy. It's the same shit over and over.
When it comes to the quality of the
I mean, that's the type of shit that's the type of stuff that they've been putting out. So that's the stuff they've been putting out. It's kind of like, how you gonna get mad at them for doing the stuff that got them to where they at? You get what I'm saying? Like them yelling and doing all other shit is the reason that they are as popular as they are, and that's the reason why some people watch them. So them doing that, it's shit. It just may not be your type of stream, your type of mafiathon, I guess, if that make any sense. Like it may not be your lane.
Stream, there's been an ongoing conversation about who Kai has featured on his streams. There's two separate paths to go into this conversation. One, there is a guest issue. Everybody's starting to understand that Kai Cenat is a big name, big face in all of social media, all of mainstream media, all of these communities. And to be honest with you, he is a perfect place and space for you to get an ad off, whether it's music, whether it's a movie that you're working on,
Right.
whatever production or project that you have going on. It is a great place for you to go to, get a lot of views, and ultimately promote your brand. But that kind of takes away from what people thought was the genuineness of the guest.
This Mafiathon ain't really hidden. It feels like the last Mafiathon, but a remix. The first one, yeah, they had celebrities come in, but now it feels like everybody's coming in for like a promo run. Like it's people that like, they come and then they drop something like right when they show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people got things to sell, but it feels like they're coming on Kai's stream to literally just sell something. And that's kind
Hey, business is business, my nigga. They don't give a fuck. Bro, they don't care about Kai Cenat's audience. The only reason they care about Kai Cenat's audience is because he has so much pull. So why would they care about how they are perceived? You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. Are y'all gonna buy what I'm selling? Yes or no? If it's a no, okay, cool. Then I don't really care what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it, at least. It's like I'm sure Kai isn't like naive in the sense that he thinks like everyone that pulls up is just like hella cool and who's just down to hang. I'm sure that he's like, some of these or most of them are gonna use this to promote their shit. Let's just hopefully they don't overdo it. Like I think that's kind of like where he's at. And it's like shit, it makes sense to me.
of alarming to me. I'm not jacking it. It feels like they're just using it.
Now, Kai has become the person that you kind of have to come and sit down with if you want to enter the streaming world, if you kind of want to get lit, if you want people to see your face, if you got a project going on. And I feel like it's kind of translating, especially because a lot of the people that are showing up are only there for maybe 30 to 45 minutes at a time.
Now, there are times in which the blend
Okay.
can be made and it actually fit pretty well. Like when Marlon Wayans came on, it was a very funny and interactive moment. One that I think a lot of people like the clips from. But he was also putting out some sort of project. It kind of made sense. He had a
Yeah, isn't he doing a movie? All right, don't he has a movie called like Him or some shit like that? My brother would say he watched that movie and yeah.
project. He's funny. They had a genuine blend and bond, and it went together. Then there seems to be sometimes where there's a random celebrity that comes on, and really they just have no purpose to be in there, but Kai just genuinely finds them funny, or the space is kind of funny, kind of like Ray J or whatever. And this is very foundational for streaming and content creation. Content creation and streaming and YouTube videos, Instagram, all that stuff is supposed to be this genuine and authentic conversation
Right.
between people. You know, it almost feels like there's this community going on, that parasocial effect. It doesn't seem like this overproduced, pay-to-win type of program like major network news, television shows, etc., etc. So I think a lot of people...
I mean, that's kind of what it's becoming though, because you got so many people who's trying to be like Kai and who's trying to get to that same level as Kai, and they see that shit. Like he's doing all these extravagant things. He's going to all different places, so it kind of is like a pay to win. But they also got to realize is that what people gravitated towards Kai was his personality first and foremost. And my hair is pissing me off right now. I'm not gonna lie, but they seen that his personality is the one that got them there. But they're skipping that part. They're skipping the personality part, and they're jumping right to pay to win and pay to go here and pay for IRL streaming kits and all that. Like you got to build your audience first. You know what I'm saying? So it's different for the people that watches Kai every single day. There's niggas that watch him every day, and they're probably like, oh, this is a nice stream. And then there's others who only tune in for the Mafiathon 3 shit because it's kind of like a big ass like thing on the internet, like if it's in the streaming world. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna tune into that and see what he's doing. So you may have two different people. You may have the people that watch Kai Cenat every day. That's like, this is a nice stream. This is a nice Mafiathon. And then you got the other ones that's like, this Mafiathon ain't hitting like it used to be. But only one group of those people watch him like every day or like consistently, if that makes sense. So it's like, It's kind of like a nigga who don't watch. It's like a nigga who don't watch no football for the whole season. Watch the Super Bowl and they complain about how the Super Bowl was like boring or some shit. It's like, bro, like you don't even watch this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna compare it? What you comparing it to? The last Super Bowl? Like, whatever.
People have problems when fourth walls are being broken down or when it lacks a little bit of authenticity in that regard, like when you go on the Jennifer Hudson show or whatever the case may be. Now, I get why somebody would do it, but it takes away from, you know, being in a room, taking the hot chip challenge, and I feel like I'm connecting with you because you're doing it too. I think another big problem that people are observing is not just the celebrities that are on the stream, but his friend group that is on the stream. I saw a note about there being a lack of A&P, which I understand that they have a lot of stuff going on. That's one of his groups, but he does have the Clover Boys. But, and we've covered it before, this iteration of the Clover Boys seems a little bit different. It just, I don't know. It's just a lot going on.
90% of the time, it feels like Kai's babysitting his friends. A little odd. Group of people, but they all can't get their act together. Somebody's either fighting, somebody's crashing out, somebody's beefing.
I feel like at this point, Kai should just...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's, like you said, he's kind of looking over... He's looking over them. So it's like a fuck. Like, if they do something bad, that messes up what I got going on and what I'm trying to do with them. You know what I mean? So he's kind of, honestly, they're investments. They're his friends, they're his homies, but they're also financial investments. So he's like, shit, I got to keep my investments safe while also keeping that authenticity. So it's like, damn, do your thing, but don't do too much, though. I feel like that's kind of where Kai Cenat's at, in the sense of like he don't want to like necessarily control them, but it's like, fuck, bro, don't mess up the bag either. You get me?
Like, kick them out, because you spoke to Ray how many times? Everybody else want to sleep, everybody else want to get high. Reggie got a health issue. Just send them all home.
Now, I've covered the Clover Boys before in a previous video, and there's been a couple incidents that have definitely had people scratching their head. You know, the fight that they went on with the whole Dez and Rakai situation, where
he was
literally
crazy,
dropped a slur, almost getting Kai Cenat clapped off of the platform. And then their sudden addiction to weed that's just taking over their whole lives. But now today there's a new thing. There's a lack of energy in the vicinity that the Clover...
I mean, shit, let them niggas smoke. I put it this: if you want to smoke, bro, go smoke. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you could be like, oh, if it was me, I would have got the 5K. But it's like, to some niggas, they just don't give a fuck. Like, they just don't care about the money. Like, I'd rather just smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, you might be addicted, but it's like, do you, I guess? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a type of person, I'm like, do you? People gonna have their judgments, but it's like, shit, as long as you happy with the life you living, keep on living that life, I guess. And as long as you're not hurting no one. If you're not hurting no one, if them smoking weed isn't hurting nobody, then it's like, let them niggas smoke their weed, bro.
Where boys are in, and it's even being noticed by Kai Cenat himself.
If you don't want to do it, Ray, if you dead ass don't want to do it, and you don't want to, and you want to sleep, then go sleep. I'm gonna go find somebody else. I'm gonna just find people that want to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. If that's what you want, if you want to do, if you want to sleep, because that's how you moving. You feel me? And I'm not gonna take it as no hard feelings. But if that's what you want to do, that can be it.
Only thing wrong with
that nigga said, wait, what did he say?
But if that's what you want to do, that can be it.
Only thing wrong with Kai's Mafiathon 3 is the fact that everybody is not like engaged. But I just feel like throughout the whole thing, you feel me, with Mafiathon 2, everybody did everything. So like with every segment, everybody was there. I feel like this one, like obviously Reggie's sick and I guess other people get sleepy, but like when celebrities come, nobody be there. Like
this one can be chalked up to internal issues. Now I definitely can't.
I mean, niggas be having shit going on outside of streaming. So like you said, one nigga sick. I don't know about Ray and the whole sleeping thing. I don't know what type of shit he got going on with that. But it's like, shit. It's like, yeah, you want to be a part of it, but it's like niggas, like, what's the word? People, you know what I'm saying? People could get tired of being like on the internet and being around high energy. People could get burnt out of just being around that type of energy. Like I would get burnt out being around that type of energy all day, every day, bro. It's hella amped up all the time. It's like, god damn, can they just chill for 1 second? You know what I mean? So I could understand that point where it comes to like people not giving as much effort or people being lower energy, because it's like, bro, I have a daily energy tank, you know what I'm saying? And once I get to about 10%, 20%, I don't want to talk to one, none of that. So I understand that part.
solve this, and this is ultimately a very, very big commitment. But everybody should know what's at stake here. I mentioned it in the Clover Boys videos, but a lot of their revenue is still tied to Kai Cenat. So if you do have to put up with this for 30 days, albeit an extremely hard task, I think it goes very much under the radar how hard this is. This is an extremely hard task, but you do have to perform. Otherwise, I don't know, being expelled from this type of community is not very forgiving, to be quite honest with you. We've seen streamers fall off because they did not take things seriously at the time, and it ultimately backfired on them in the long run. Now, one of the elephants in the room to be addressed, and y'all probably might not like my opinion on this, but this conversation about Kai Cenat having Mafiathon 3 really be Begathon 3.
I know we can literally go for 500,000 right now. Deals and deals.
Mafiathon just feels like begging for subs / money.
Don't lie, bro. If they hit 500K right now, sleep outside.
500K right now, we will sleep outside.
Water beds, nigga. 500K. Oh my God, water beds. Water beds.
Bro, Kai is fuck. Yo, just wrap up this subathon now, bro. Nah. He's getting desperate, bro. He's getting desperate. He knows.
I mean, bro. Okay, before he get his point across. It's like shit. If the whole incentive is that once this hits 0, the subathon is over, then I guess in a sense, yeah, you're gonna be like, all right, y'all, you got an hour left. If y'all don't donate, this motherfucker gonna end. Because it's like, shit, you kind of have to end it. Because it's like, if you don't end it, people gonna be like, oh, shit, I don't gotta donate. Okay, whatever. So it's like, yeah, the nigga begging. But it's kind of like it's like he's begging for money, but he's also giving more content. So I don't know, bro.
Fun ever. I ain't gonna lie, the first subathon, that shit hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, Kai, bro, wrap it up, bro. This is just a beggar fun at this point, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Now, I generally don't like this sentiment, and I investigated where it all originated from. At a certain point in time in the Mafiathon, the timer started to dwindle.
That's what I'm saying. Begging is kind of Is it begging? I guess, yeah, sorta. But it's like a nigga not just begging and then he gonna end the stream. He's begging for more time, for more time on the street. I don't know. Yeah, begging, I guess. Yeah.
Now, that's something that I've never seen before, and it can also be seen as an indictment as to what's going on with Kai Cenat and the whole Mafiathon experiment this go around. Like, normally, I've never seen a streamer's timer go low and they had to cancel it. But in order to continue for the stream to go on, Kai Cenat had to pull in some tactics, you know, some big brain level tactics in order to get the ball rolling.
I'm matching subs right now. I owe y'all 1,500 out of what? 6,000. We almost there. I gave y'all 10 minutes for subs, and I had to match y'all. Welcome to Steals and Deals.
Damn, nigga matching
5,
subs?
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are at the final hour of the subathon. Technically, not the final hour of the subathon. This ends at day 30 if the timer goes off. If that timer hits 0, I'm repeating to everybody. If that timer hits 0, chat, the stream ends. But if it don't hit 0, it continues. Each sub is 3 seconds, but y'all about to use a power hour, which for a whole entire hour, the seconds of a sub are doubled.
And he's had to.
Nigga, this sound like some type of video game ad shit, bro. This is some type of shit you found in a mobile app. That nigga talking about power hour and shit. I mean, I get it though. It's like, damn, it's like gamified, but it's like people really using their real money. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm trying to think. I could count on less than 5 fingers the amount of times I've donated money to a content creator. You know what I'm saying? And the only time that I have, it was because I really fuck with them niggas and I watched them for hell long. So, I mean, if you got money to give, then give it. But let's remember, there's some tough times out here. Niggas ain't eating them as they used to be. All right? So, let's keep that in mind when people start talking about donating and people not giving as much. It could be one of those things of it's not entertaining to a lot of people, but it's also like people don't have as much disposable income to just give to people. Like, yeah, 5, 10, 15 bucks sound like nothing, but some people really don't got that. You know what I'm saying? To give to someone. To give to someone to keep on making money. So, I don't know.
Hour, which for a whole entire hour, the seconds of a sub are doubled.
And he's had to introduce those tactics multiple times throughout the stream in order to extend the length of how long the subathon goes, which again, a lot of people would look into and say, yo, this is a testament as to it going down. This feels like he's begging. This feels like et cetera, et cetera. I think that this is just an indictment on streaming culture as a whole. I think the crux of a lot of it is quote unquote begging culture, quote unquote. He's a live entertainer. This goes to a good cause. And ultimately, if you have an issue with just like the general notion of donating to a streamer as a whole, I think that that's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't overall, you know, say that this whole thing is a begathon, because if that theory exists, then isn't every subathon a begathon? I think one of the biggest indictments,
I guess so, in a sense, if you want to play by that logic, yeah. I mean, so you got a point there, Omar. You got a point.
Have, and these are my personal beliefs, the other ones were, you know, those of others, is that there is an authenticity problem when it comes to streaming. And I think that once you veer away from that, especially when it comes to content creation, you run into this issue where people are not feeling connected with the content creator anymore, which is the reason why they consumed you. It's the reason why they cut the cords. It's the reason why they turned off cable TV, is because everything felt inauthentic, overproduced. It felt like a television show. It was ultimately a big place for ads just to be. But the closer and closer you move to that as a content creator, you start to lose that audience that did ultimately gravitate towards that.
That core audience. That's what I was saying too. Like the core people, they're going to be like, they're going to probably still be there. Some of them may fall off. And then you got the people that just only tune in for the Mafiathon. And they're going to have a totally different experience and totally different expectations than the core group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I probably like, man, when I come here and make these videos, side tangent, come here and make these videos about, I'll be one of y'all, shit. If y'all disagree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be, don't be on the comments getting all disrespectful and stuff, because I'm gonna hit you with the, okay, have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't really what we talking about. But now, if you disagree with me and you teach me something, I'm always open to learning. So shit, if I'm wrong, let me know where I'm wrong, point me in the right direction, and then boom. But it's like, don't just be in the comments just saying any type of crazy shit. Sorry, I just had to get it off my chest.
That felt like a big sleepover with him and all of AMP, right? You'd always see Duke getting full, Phantom doing his Phantom text every time. I like putting his streams in the background as I work. And those streams kind of reminded me of just the times when I would have sleepovers with my friends. Just do stupid shit back when I was his age, right? So I just feel like those are just some fun times.
Now, would I say as an overall Mafiathon 3 is a failure? No. To be quite honest with you, Cenat is still going and is still on pace to do 1 million subs or whatever his ultimate goal is. It could be plus, you know, viewership, plus followers.
Honestly, bro, I don't even think it's like I think Kai Cenat is under such a microscope right now that no matter what he does, if it doesn't come off as quote unquote authentic, and it's like, okay, who determines that? People are gonna bash him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the nigga asking for subs, okay, instead of it's being called asking for subs, it's called begging, which has a negative connotation to it, aside from asking. You know what I mean? And plus you got the whole shit with the donating stuff, with the Mr. Beast shit and all that. So it's like, bro has been like, people has been at his head like for the whole damn summer and on. So it's like, I feel like anything he do right now, people gonna just look at it negatively. And it's like, shit, am I gonna clickbait in the title? I might clickbait. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't think this is as big a deal as people are making it out to be. I also, like, it's like, as long as if bro hits his goal, then I mean, all is well, right? Like, it don't matter how you got there, right? So I don't know.
Shit, plus all these different things. He's on pace to do all those things.
I mean, to me, it matters how he got there, but to him, it may not matter how he got there, as long as he got to his goal.
Be honest with you, one way or not, he's gonna get it. I think that people can recognize and probably should be okay with the fact that they might have grown out of some sort of content, and maybe that's not for them. But to do the whole like sweeping indictment thing, that's where I kind of probably draw the line. Because for the most part, I feel like this is just a higher produced version of the previous ones, which is ultimately the end goal. I think that a lot of content creators start doing content for a couple different reasons, but probably one of the main ones is that they saw something on a big screen and want to replicate it shit for themselves. And with the capital and ability through brands and sponsorships, if Kai can pull that off, if Duke can pull that off, if I can pull that off, if any content creator can pull that off, they're most likely going to pull that trigger. But do I think that this means that Kai Cenat and streaming as a whole is void of criticism? Absolutely not. I think we have set a dangerous...
Also, it's one of those things, and it's also one of those things in which it's like different content creators have different quote unquote aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? Some content creators have low budget, and it's like that's their brand. It's a low budget. I just go, I talk, I do my thing, and we going on about our day. Other people content needs to be higher produced, like Kai Cenat. You know what I'm saying? Or that's what he leaned into, it more higher produced content. And then you got people in between of like good lighting, but not too much fancy stuff because that's not what I need. So it's like every content creator has different needs for them to produce their content at what they deem is a high level, if you get what I'm saying.
Precedent, and this is probably the peak and the pinnacle of what people have been talking about for a long time, and there is a level of streaming fatigue that is just not talked about. I've covered it in another video, so I'm not going to belabor the point here, but there's a mix of a bunch of different problems that is plaguing the streaming community, and it's all coming to head right now. I do wonder what's going to happen in the future subathons. I think FaZe has one coming up next month, and the events to precede this, but it seems like a lot of people are looking to get more grounded with their communities, get into more niche and different spaces, because doing the same things that they've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years has been deemed as burnt out. And I think a lot of people from the viewer side and honestly from the creator side are honestly tired of it. It's starting to feel more like a job and us watching a television show as opposed to, you know, just kicking back with a dude from New York that I could relate to as a dude from Atlanta, Georgia. A dude, and I'm a dude, and we can kick back and relax. Slumber party thing. The lady already said it. But let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think, is this a begathon? Okay, let's call it a begathon. The nigga begging. Begging for good reason? I guess so. I mean, yeah, I think it's one of those things in which some people have outgrown this content. Other people only watch for the Mafiathon, so they're not used to his regular everyday whatever content. Then you got regular viewers who probably don't see no big deal with it, you know. And it's like he's getting older. The other dudes in the group are getting older. Everybody doing their own thing. So it's kind of like it be like that sometimes. Not everything is gonna hit. Not every video is gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like take the blow and keep on going. So that's pretty much all I gotta say on this topic. I'm gone. Peace.